You know, like I said, worldwide. Different locations every week. I don't even know. I thought we were recording in the studio. Psych! Now we're back here on the rooftop in Midtown. Finally figured out how to turn off the music. Because that was annoying last podcast.
Beautiful rooftop. Sheesh.
Got a nice view of Boone Pickens stadiums where we're going to crush the hogs. Like, only hogs I care about is the bacon kind. So, like,
we really just need to... Actually, we need to figure out how to get on top of Boone Pickens Stadium and record. That would be crazy.
We need this hip Ollie be like, yo, get us on top.
Make us a play.
Mm-hmm. But welcome back. Actually, cue the intro. Welcome back to Me Personally Podcast. I'm your host, Immanuel. I'm here with
your boy, Jack. Yes, sir. We in here. Back at it again. What another banger.
And episode 60. 40 away from 100. We got to throw like a party if we have 100 episodes. Be like...
Hey, a live show.
A live show.
Here.
On Boone Pickens Stadium. Bro. But actually, I think next week it will be a year. Not a year, 2 years since we started Me Personally Podcast.
What?
Mm-hmm. We gotta get some guests on that.
That's crazy.
Maybe get the first people on Me Personally Podcast. But let me stop talking about the future and go into the now. Actually, not the now, the past. And talk about the week 1 of college football. And starting off with our game versus Oklahoma State versus South Dakota State. How the team look like to you?
Our offense needs a little bit of work. I mean, Ollie can't be the offense again this year.
Mm-hmm.
We got to open up our passing game a little bit, bro. Can't be scared to put the ball in the air. And just drop our man genitalias a little bit. And, like, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, stop being afraid and just drop back for pass. Even if, like, Alan Bowman looks terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
and if he looks terrible, we got Zane Flores for a reason. So
yeah, put Zane Flores in or something. If y'all are scared to throw the ball with Alan Bowman, put Zane Flores in.
Mm-hmm.
We could use some passing, bro.
Yeah. Especially, I would say, besides Trey Rucker and not Kendall Daniels. He played linebacker now too. So
yeah,
Trey Rucker and who got the interception?
Corey Black.
Yep, Corey Black. Besides those two, I feel like our DBs need a lot of work. A lot of big plays that happen for South Dakota State for the Jackrabbits. You hear those sorority girls screaming?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's one thing I'm scared about. Sorority girls like a cult. But you have Griffin Wild having 7 receptions, 150 yards, 21 yards per catch. And then you have Graham Goring having 4 receptions, 69 yards, 17 yards per catch, both of them having a touchdown. So I feel like if we're struggling against, no offense, they are the national championship, but if we're struggling against FCS level receivers, how we're going to go against when we're about to play Arkansas, a team that we have not played since they left the Big 12. I feel like Arkansas players are already coming in. A former South Alabama player who transferred to Arkansas is already coming in talking smack. Like, but we're going to go into that later. But, like, I feel like our DBs just need a lot of work.
I think I like the so while I was watching the game, I seen like the defensive rotation. I liked how the first game they were seeing what they could throw us up Dakota State and what worked for us and what didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the people that didn't start on defense played better than the starters. Like, even though like Corey Black had an interception, he also got a touchdown scored on him. But like the players that were coming into the game during that rotation, they didn't back down. They played really well. in my opinion. But you know,
Yeah, but
I feel like as the season go on, the defense is gonna get better. Our defense is what's gonna win us games.
and hey, we did better than another schools in the Big 12 that played a Dakota team that were former national champions too. So we actually blew them out, unlike a certain other team. I'm not gonna say them, but yeah. But see, when I put trust into this team, I have some reason why I hate the other team, but those are personal reasons. But I put trust. I vouch for this team, and they went out and just laid a dump out there, like over the field. Penn State versus West Virginia. I thought it was going to be West Virginia first time. Like, this is definitely like their biggest game they had in a while, especially our conference game they had in a while. And they just came out there and embarrassed the whole entire Big 12. I came out there saying like, oh yeah, West Virginia are going to be the Big 12 champions or be competing for the Big 12. And this team did not look like they were going to compete for the Big 12.
I thought they wasn't ready. I don't know. I thought they wasn't ready. I don't know if it's because the weather delay, but that's no excuse.
The weather delay should have helped them.
Yeah.
They had extra time to prepare. Like, okay, we're only down by what? By the weather delay, it was down 20-6. That's still comebackable in the first half.
And I don't even think it was 20-6. I think it was less than that, honestly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's crazy.
Like moments too big. The whole entire team, the coach, which he's already on the hot seat because he had a good year last year, and everybody expected him to be better. Maybe it was when Jaheim White, their starting running back, got hurt in the beginning of the game. Maybe that hurt. Maybe them not even throwing to one of their big, like the big receivers they got from the transfer portal. Jaden Bray, I've been hearing a lot of good things about Jaden Bray. But, maybe it was a time when Garrett Green, the quarterback, fumbled the ball 3 times. One of the fumbles was like the dumbest fumble. Partially Jaden Bray fault, maybe communication. They was trying out a new snapper, like their new center, because he was a guard last year, but their center went to the draft, so he got moved to the center. Maybe it's all that. But, like, it's week 1. They should have had this handled. They should have, and he was starting in the bowl game. The center that was playing center for the game against Penn State, he was starting, and it looked like it was his first game all over again. So, man, the only thing I can really say it looked decently well, but not really, was the run defense. Even though Nick Singleton had a big game, 13 carries, 114 yards, 8 yards per carry. And then Drew Allar had six carries and 44 yards, 7 yards per carry. And their backup running back had 3 carries and 25 yards. Like, literally all their running backs really had more than 20 yards per carry. So maybe, not 20 yards per carry, had more than 20 yards. But maybe we'll just see. It is just week 1. Remember 2 years ago when
they played against Penn State.
But remember 2 years ago when Kansas State lost to Tulane and then they ended up winning the whole entire Big 12? So it's just the beginning of the season. Let me not start hating, but like West Virginia, you do not want to be on my bad side because I ask Penn State fans, I get nasty with them. And but also I gotta say one thing, I did not know how good the receivers they got from Penn State, because that's one thing about Penn State. They always struggle, and they had a good run game. I was hating a little bit on Drew Allar. He actually looked pretty nice, but he can actually now do the deep play, like the big plays. Because when they play Ohio State, when they play Michigan, they know they're going to run. Both teams know they're going to run the ball, so they can stop the run. Those are 2 great run defensive teams. Maybe not Ohio State versus Michigan, but Michigan's a great run defensive team. So they got to rely on their pass. But their receivers, besides their tight ends, their receivers would not get open. Like, there was only one good receiver last year, and this transfer, Harrison Wallace III, that came from. I'm dumb. It's not Harrison Wallace III, but Harrison Wallace III, the junior from Montgomery, Alabama. He had a big game with 5 receptions, 117 yards, 23 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. The person I'm thinking of, let me check one more time. No. Who am I thinking of that looked good out there for me? No, I think it was Harrison Wallace. I don't know why he's feeling tripping. I don't know who I was thinking, but there was one transfer player that looked good out there. I'm sorry I forgot your name. But Harrison Wallace there also had a big game. He definitely new person to me. He looked like a new person to me. That's why I couldn't really recognize him on the roster. So if players like him, Omri Evans, and Tyler Warren has the same production they did last like they did against West Virginia, Penn State might actually be good this year. Let's not go.
We'll see.
We'll see. It's just Penn State, you know. Bumps. Okay, but what was the next game on the list? Let's talk about how another team that's embarrassing me. We're just going to talk about teams that embarrass me. Miami versus Florida, which I disrespected Miami. I totally forgot Cam Ward transferred to Miami.
Yes.
And he looked good. 385 yards, 3 touchdowns, only had 1 interception. Miami looking like a dangerous team in the ACC. I'm going to have to change my ACC pick from NC State to Miami or Boston College, which we will get there later. But what's your thoughts about the Miami game versus Florida? Because it just looked like Miami just dominated while Graham Mertz, remember he transferred there, they chose Graham Mertz over players like Spencer Sanders that was also in the transport and other players too. They thought Graham Mertz was that guy, and he came out there and lay up on the floor. 11 for 20, 91 passing yards, and 1 interception. He didn't get over a century for passing.
Boo-boo cheese.
The only person that looked good was Montrose Johnson, the running back. 11 carries, 106 yards, 9 yards per carry, and a touchdown. And their receivers, Eugene Wilson III, 7 receptions, 50 yards, and Elijah Badger, 3 receptions, 43 yards. Still stole my parlay, but that doesn't matter.
I mean, what do you expect from Florida, though?
What do we expect from the Florida coach? Like, he's been the coach for 5 years.
And what do we expect from Florida teams in general? FSU, Florida, Miami, even though they won this game, even though they're top-ranked team, that might get upset this weekend. We're going to talk about that later on. But what do we expect from these Florida teams, bro? Nothing.
But honestly, Cam Ward might be the best Miami quarterback that they had in a while.
Definitely. You can't name another quarterback that really has been better than him in the past 10 years.
Yep.
At Miami. So, because who was there? Not Felipe. Wait, what's Felipe?
I don't even know. The only person I
remember.
know is that one dude that was like 5'11", that was a running back. Then they made him to a quarterback. But let's talk about one of these upsets that I said I was right about. USC versus LSU on Sunday night. So what's your thoughts about that? Were you watching that game?
No, I was not watching this game. But LSU definitely should have won this game, bro.
Hey, there's a reason why a certain quarterback didn't want to transfer to USC after he had 5 touchdowns in the bowl game. Milo Moss, maybe Lincoln Riley did it again. I feel like it. He did it again. There's a reason why someone transferred away, someone didn't want to transfer to them, because Miller Moss, that's it, Miller? My bad. Miller Moss had 378 yards, 10 yards per throw, and a touchdown.
How do you have 378 but only 1 touchdown? That just shows Lincoln Riley's play calling it works for anybody, bro. He's throwing for 378. The play calling works for anybody, but unfortunately he only got 1 touchdown out of that.
But look who he's throwing to. Like, it's just spread out. Like 5 receptions to 1, 4, 5, 3, 2. All of them having around 40 to 80 yards. And then, like I said, the reason why I didn't trust LSU because I don't even know the quarterback's name. I can't can't even pronounce his last name. So no, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Low-key being a little bit disrespectful, but let's see how this continues. I'm not really a huge fan of what's his name, Brian Kelly. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Brian Kelly. The way he left Notre Dame, so I'm not. Only reason why I was kind of rooting for LSU last year because Jaden Daniels was on the team. Now Jaden Daniels not on the team. I'm not really a huge LSU fan. I'm not a huge Brian Kelly fan. You know, he was just talking trash about the QR codes for Oklahoma State, where we talk about later on about the game. Even though, you know, you're the coach that left your team, told them to wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning, go in the team room. They're all waiting, and then you didn't even show up. They saw an ESPN notification that Brian Kelly left for LSU.
Yeah.
I'm saying that doesn't look good. I feel like he's just not a good person overall, but maybe I'm just putting politics into sports. But let's also talk about Boston College beating Florida State. You see the trend right here? Games that I said I was right over you.
But I know not to put my trust in Florida State anymore.
No, don't say that. Don't put your trust in DJ. You need a job anymore, okay? DJ needed to hop in the ND portal instead of the transfer portal. I'm just like, bro. I was late on the phone with my mom talking about this guy. I'm like, Mom, this is the guy. My sister went to Clemson. This is the guy that went to school the same year as my sister, who graduated, already has a good job for her in the city, and he's still in college. I'm just saying, like, my sister knows more about her future than he knows about his future.
He's not good, though. I mean, everybody knows that.
And then everything looked bad. Like,
how many chances are we going to give him? How many times are we going to talk about him?
21 for 42. That's almost 50%. That's still not good, being around 50%. And the touchdowns and interception, his QBR was a 27.4. No, I'm going to go back on the 21 for 42. He threw the ball 42 times, and he couldn't completed the ball more than 30. Like, he missed throwing the ball 20 different times.
It's DJ.
Which, you know, Boston College, the quarterback didn't have like a crazy passing game, but like he didn't need to because they was playing smart football all around. Like, look at the rushing yards for Boston College, 263 rushing yards in total compared to Florida State, 61 rushing yards in total. Their third-string running back has more rushing yards in total than the whole entire team for Florida State. And this is a
crazy.
top 10 program. They were still ranked number 10 technically, even though they lost the week 1. Now they're probably not even in the rankings anymore. They shouldn't be in the rankings anymore. Let me just check. I haven't checked the rankings in a while. Yep, they're not even in the rankings no more. Which I should talk about the rankings, but like I said, Florida State is about to get ugly.
Yeah,
I forgot to mention that Graham Mertz for Florida played so bad, they benched him for next week's game and starting a 5-star true freshman quarterback.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So that's when you know how bad the quarterback is and how desperate the coach is. Because he knows his job's on the line. But while we're on the topic about Florida teams, one game I was wrong about. I was only wrong about 3 games, by the way. But, you know, 7 for 10. He went 7 for 10. I guess we can talk about that. But, hey, 7 against 7. It's going to be 10-0 this week. But one game I was wrong about was Florida A&M versus South Carolina State. A game that I should have been right about. But
I don't know why you...
Because, first quarter, South Carolina State's up 3-0. Second quarter, 6-7. Third quarter, they're up 12-7. Fourth quarter, before they were up 18-7. Then all of a sudden, Florida State scores 15 straight points in the fourth quarter to lose. To beat South Carolina State. They're about to get me sign up on ESPN Plus so I can watch all the HBCU games. Because I'm about to lock in now. I'm not getting no more of these wrong. Like, look, what? At one point, South Carolina State, in the beginning of the fourth quarter, had a full 89.1% chance of winning. And you can see it goes down every single time they score.
Hey, man. What can I say? I just know what I be talking about, especially when it comes to the HBCUs, bro. I know what I be talking about. This football, Florida A&M is really like that. You gotta watch it. You gotta know the history behind the Rattlers. The Rattlers. They're the Rattlers for a reason.
Alright. But, like I said, we're in front of Boone Pickens Stadium. Let's talk about Oklahoma State. Because before the game, they said Oklahoma State weren't allowed, the NCAA said Oklahoma State weren't allowed putting the QR codes on the back of the helmet. What's your thoughts about that?
As soon as Oklahoma State comes up with a grand idea, a good idea, people start shooting it down. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, why can't we ever just win?
The NCAA hates Oklahoma State.
Why can't we just ever just win? Like, we could have just put the QR codes on the back of the helmets, and people could have just scanned without even us releasing that announcement. Because I feel like that.
Because Mike Gundy, one of the Pat McAfee show, talked about it too.
That just makes me mad, bro.
And it's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt the NCAA. It's gonna hurt the players that, you know, oh man, my favorite player just scored. Let me send him a couple dollars, a couple $5. Here's a $5 for Brandon Presley right here. Oh, sack from Colin Oliver, 20 right there.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns from Alec Bowman? No way. 50. I'm not saying 50, but you know, it's like I said, it's just like, it's like going to a certain place where, you know, you get entertained. You just want to give the money out to the workers that work so hard out there. If you know what I'm saying, like, I'm just trying to share the love. Like, they're giving me the love, but I'm trying to share the love with some money. So, like, when a person come out there, like, when my favorite player, or let me stop talking. When my favorite player score, let me send some $5 to someone. But because, hey, if I was out there, I'll be mad too. I'm like, man, I'm working hard, and they won't let me.
Yeah.
Because this is a good way for players, because especially if Mike Gunn does not want players to ask for NIL money or stuff like that, this is a good way still for them to get more money. And also it helps motivate the players off the bench who wants to get in the game to be better than week after week after. So, I get a chance to be on the field. I get a chance to get my QR code scanned. But, you know, if it was Ohio State, they would let it. If it was Penn State, they would let it. If it was USC, they would let it. If they would let Bama, if Nick Saban did it, they would let it.
Definitely.
But especially if it was OU, they would let OU and Texas do it. But
they want the small markets to stay the small markets and the big ones to stay the big ones.
Because what? Miami was bad for I don't know how long, but now the transfer portal, players out here like, you know what? Let me leave. Cam Ward left Washington State. That's a smaller program. Just lost the whole entire conference. Let me just go to Miami, man. Yeah. Miami haven't been good in a while. You got Miami University. You got the. You know what I'm thinking. But you know, you got a lot of things, a lot of distractions in Miami. Let me just go there, and you know, maybe get drafted because I'm already at top. He was already considered being like one of the big quarterbacks in last year's draft, but he decided to leave and play one more year. So like, it's really hurting smaller organizations with the NCAA doesn't want NIL to help the smaller organizations. You know, but that's my hot take for the day. So, like I was saying, a former South Alabama player said some comments about their upcoming matchup. I can't even remember the dude's name. I'm not even going to look it up. But he said, like, oh, yeah, I thought... He basically said, like, oh, it's the same team from last year. We're going to beat them again. Basically summarize up. So you think his comments going to help motivate the team?
No. Actually, no, not at all. I don't know what motivates our team, honestly. Because it's not trash talk.
It's not. It's not. It's definitely not trash talk.
I don't know what
how
it
times
is.
we play OU.
I don't know what it is, bro. I think sometimes we just go out there and win on accident.
On the axe.
Yeah, like we don't have like
That's
we
all-
don't win. We don't win on purpose.
Bro, that's what I feel about when we beat teams like, we beat OU like the last 2 out of the last 3 years. I'm like, we just won like somehow.
Yeah.
Like,
We won by the spirit of the fans in Boone Pickens Stadium or something.
honestly, because
Because I think we'd be winning on accident. We don't like plan on winning. That's crazy to say, but that's truly how I feel,
bro, watching this team for the past since I started watching college football, 2011, it's like that. It's really like that. I don't know how we win. We just win just off of we just go out there and ball. Like, I don't think there's definitely no motivation. It's not the NIL.
Yeah.
It's not the teams leaving the conference. It's not trash. Definitely not trash talk. The amount of times we play OU in Texas and other schools, definitely not trash talk. Especially South Alabama last year, they was laughing at us during the game. So
That's crazy.
So I think you're right about not motivating the team. But do you think Dabo Swinney, after the loss against Georgia, he's slowly becoming on the hot seat for Clemson? Because he's been
Against
big.
Georgia though, no.
He's been big about not using the transfer portal while every other school, even Oklahoma State, been using the transfer portal.
I don't know. Dabo Swinney he's stamped wherever he goes. He just lost to Georgia. That's it. I don't think.
So you think
that's anything to think
You think
about,
social media is like overreacting?
Yeah, definitely. Dabo Swinney, bro, he's the reason Clemson is Clemson right now.
Clemson would not have 2 national.
Yeah, they wouldn't have 2 national championships without Dabo Swinney, bro. What, like, I think I've seen a stat like Georgia and Clemson have won, like 6 out of the last 8.
It's been Georgia, Clemson, and Bama.
Yeah, 6 out of the last 8 national championships.
I don't think about it. It's only been Georgia, Clemson, and Bama.
Literally, only been them.
Only Michigan.
Besides
was like the first,
Michigan.
but that's like before Michigan.
Yeah.
What? Georgia, Bama, Clemson, Bama, Clemson,
again.
Bama.
Damn,
Like,
yeah.
And then before
Like,
that, Ohio State.
Yeah.
During the 4-team playoff, it's literally been Ohio State, Bama, Clemson, Bama,
Georgia. Yeah.
Clemson, Bama, Georgia. Like, now I'm thinking about it. But,
Yeah, I don't think they have anything to. I don't think Dabo Swinney has anything to worry about. That would be dumb. That would be the dumbest move you would make as an athletic director, whatever the position is. That'd be the dumbest move to make as a Clemson athletic director, or whatever, bro. Honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
it's time.
uh-oh.
Time for these predictions, man.
Uh-oh.
Full out. But hey, every single week on Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll be posting on Instagram about the fans can vote too. The fans can also vote for prediction every week. But let's go with the first one: BYU versus SMU. Friday, 7 p.m. on ESPN.
I got SMU.
I'm gonna go with SMU too.
I got SMU.
Yeah, I'm not going with the Soakers in Utah. But it's actually tied on the fan vote.
Really?
50-50 for SMU and BYU. But Texas at Michigan Saturday, 12 p.m. on Fox.
Texas at Michigan. Whew. Michigan's defense, bro. I don't think Quinn Ewers is gonna be ready. I'm gonna take Michigan. Go Big Blue.
Hey, go Big Blue. I'm going Michigan. I'm biased. I'm saying that. Horns down. We're about to show you some Big Ten football here, Texas. But Arkansas at Oklahoma State, 12 p.m. on ABC. We can say this together. Oklahoma State. Yeah. And Oklahoma State is win. Oh, I gotta say, Texas won the poll for the last one, 66.7%, and 83.3% people say Oklahoma State. Georgia Tech at Syracuse, 12 p.m. on ACC Network.
I'm gonna go Tech.
I'm going with Georgia Tech, and the fans also went with Georgia Tech with 83.3%.
Sheesh.
Pittsburgh at Cincinnati.
Let's go. Eat shit. I want to My bad. My bad. I'm going Pittsburgh, bro.
Hey, I'm going with Cincinnati. Like he said, eat. And the fans are going with Cincinnati with 66.7%.
I'm going with Pitt, bro. That's the one I'm gonna win, bro. Remember that. Clip this.
This is going to age well.
Clip it.
Baylor at Utah, Saturday, 3:30 p.m.
That's gonna be a good game, and I honestly think Baylor's gonna win. But for the sake of my prediction record, I'm gonna go Utah. I think Baylor's gonna win, though.
I don't even know Baylor's quarterback. Is he?
Hey, it don't even matter. Them boys got heart.
It's the Big 12 too.
Yeah, it's the Big 12. Anything can happen. Them boys got heart. They trash.
Just because anything can happen in the Big 12.
Should I go with Baylor?
I'm going with Baylor.
Bro, my heart is like really with Baylor because them boys got heart, bro.
Yes. I'm going with Baylor.
I'm gonna still go Utah, but I think Baylor gonna win.
So you and the people are going with Utah. 83.3% people say Utah's going to win.
I think Baylor gonna get them though.
Well, we got a rivalry game right here: Iowa State versus Iowa at Iowa.
Iowa State.
I'm going with Iowa State too, which we're going against the fans. 83.3% people saying Iowa.
It's a track hog. Oh, now that's a TRX. It's a TRX. That's a Raptor.
Yeah, but South Carolina at Kentucky, Saturday, 3:30 p.m. ABC.
I'm going to go with Kentucky because they're at home. And plus, I don't know South Carolina's quarterback.
You know what? Just because I use South Carolina a lot in college football, I'm going with South Carolina, man. Shout out to that one receiver, man. He has like a 99 speed and 6'4".
Bro, he is a cheat code on that team, bro.
Like that whole entire team, bro. There's a corner that has like a 96 speed. I was playing against one of my friends, and I just threw the ball. Someone's open. I just see someone. I'm swat away. I'm like, the heck? I'm not throwing over there anymore. But I'm going with South Carolina, which is actually a 50-50 split between South Carolina and Kentucky.
Jeez.
Florida A&M at Miami, Saturday, 6 p.m. on ESPN Plus.
Y'all heard me when I said earlier. It's gonna be an upset. I'm gonna take Florida A&M, but for the sake of my prediction record, I'm gonna take Miami.
I'm gonna take Miami for the sake of my prediction record, but hey, I want the upset.
I want the upset.
But this is the only 100%. 100% of people say Miami. The disrespect. I don't know if I should call that racism or something, but
that's crazy.
But Tennessee at NC State, 7:30 p.m. ABC.
Tennessee.
Even though I said NC State was going to win the conference, Tennessee after seeing Tennessee's redshirt freshman quarterback Nico, I really like him, so I'm gonna go with Tennessee too. And we're going with the fans. The other 100%. 100% going with Tennessee. So yeah, we're gonna go back. I'll update you guys during the games, but we already know who's gonna go 10 now.
You're not going 10-0, bro. I'm sorry.
He's a hater. That's crazy. You know what? I'm gonna be a hater. Because let's talk about the first game of the year for the NFL. The Baltimore Ravens
here we go,
lose embarrassingly.
Yeah,
Again. Not
embarrassingly is crazy. Embarrassingly is a crazy word to say.
It's too big of a word for me to say, so that's why it's a crazy word to say. But the Ravens lose to the defending AFC champions that they also lost. The Ravens also lost to the Chiefs in too.
Defending AFC. Why don't you just say Super Bowl champs, bro?
Oh, my bad. Super Bowl champs too. I just want to make sure you remember. Rub this in a little bit. Defending Super Bowl and AFC champions.
I don't care that we lost the first game. You want to know why? Because we have marked our time cards and have stamped that it's not happening again. It ain't happening again. You can clip it. We will win the AFC and we will go to the Super Bowl. That's just like that. And that's all I got to say about the Ravens.
Okay. But what went wrong for the Ravens during that game?
What went wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Lamar had jitters. That's it. Lamar had jitters. Once we settled in, that was one of the worst games that we played statistically.
Honestly.
That was one of the worst games that we played, and it was still a close game.
The problem is the Ravens didn't play like the Ravens. Like, when I think about the Ravens, I think about good defense and a strong run game. With Lamar, he had 122 rushing yards, but that's the good thing. But, like, I didn't feel like Derrick Henry didn't really get the guy in the flow of the game. He only had 46 rushing yards, 3.5 yards per carry. I didn't, like, and they only ran the ball with their running back 13 times. And Justice Hill only got the ball once. Like, even though, you got Derrick Henry, you gotta keep it fresh too with the running backs too. You gotta move it around. If Derrick Henry's not getting like the yards they can, you always can move in Justice Hill, because Justice Hill was a big part of that offense last year. He was the only one that actually looked good against Kansas City last year too.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm embarrassed because we're in the beautiful state of Oklahoma where he played at Oklahoma State, but I just feel like the run game didn't look good against Kansas City. And Kansas City, maybe they improve on their run defense, but Kansas City...
No, I'm going to tell you this. The Baltimore Ravens always insist on trying to prove that they can throw the ball against Kansas City. I don't know why it's always against Kansas City, but we always insist that we can throw the ball when that's not what we need to do.
Like I said a couple months ago, if the Dolphins, the best passing game out there that dropped 70 points on my Denver Broncos, could not pass the ball against Kansas City, if the Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs last year could not pass the ball against Kansas City, why would the Baltimore Ravens that for the past 6 years struggle to find a wide receiver one could pass against Kansas City? I'm just saying, it's just common sense out there. I don't know who's the offensive coordinator or the coach or Lamar Jackson or the receivers or the receiver coach, but I just feel like when they play Kansas City, they get all in their head too. And they already have the stats coming out, man. Lamar does good against Kansas City in the regular season, only in the regular season. Oh, man, his record when he's the underdogs, this and this and this. Put your line on here, ESPN bet, use this promo code. Like, you hear all this hype about the Ravens, and then, like I said about all the other teams, which they almost came back that game too. Like, I would say they did try hard enough to fight back, so.
Hey, like I said, Lamar was just a little jittery. We need to stop trying to throw the ball so much and just run it. Mm-hmm. Establish our run game before anything, and we'll be good. I'm not too much worried about the first game.
Hey, but I like the emergence of Isaiah Likely. That's someone that I always been big on when he got drafted. So.
Yeah, he shows up for us every time. Everybody likes him. There's nothing to like about him. He got heart.
And then that's knowing that you have him and Mark Andrews. Mm-hmm. Only if your receivers play that good, Only. 11 points from you, Zay Flowers. Do better. Not going to work. But let's talk about the rest of the games that are happening this week. Packers and Eagles are playing in Brazil. Hopefully no one wears green out there because you're going to get kidnapped.
What color do you think they're going to be wearing in the stands?
I don't know. They have to wear their white, like, for their safety.
That's crazy.
And Packers have to wear yellow for their safety.
That's
because
wild,
I know the Eagles coming out with like.
So why did they even go to Brazil?
Because the NFL's not thinking. It's not just Brazil. It's the particular town in Brazil they go into where green's like illegal.
What?
Because they
did not do their research.
They're like, oh, cheap place, Brazilian women.
That's crazy.
That's what they said.
No, I'm saying it's just crazy. Like, why would you not do your research on like, I don't know.
And the game's on Peacock. That's what I'm mad about. I'm not getting Peacock, bro. I already got a free trial from Paramount for the Super Bowl because the CBS app does not work on my Roku. So I was on. I'm like, I'm not doing Stream East for the Super Bowl because that's gonna crash.
Yeah.
Oop, I didn't mean to say Stream East. I mean Stream West.
Stream.
I mean Broadcast West. My bad.
Stream West.
But I just use Paramount for the Super Bowl. I'm like, bro, I'm not getting Peacock. Which Peacock is cheaper for students, but that's one less. I already got a lot of subscriptions. I got Adobe.
Bro, why everything gotta be subscriptions, bro?
That's the thing, bro. I got Adobe.
How can we afford this? We are broke college students. Unless somebody want to sponsor us.
Please.
I mean,
Like, you know, like when you go to concerts and they always, like, during like the intermission, they have those like, do you want to sponsor this hungry African kid? Please, I am that hungry African kid.
bro. Like what?
You know what I'm talking about?
That's crazy.
Because I know, like, when I went to like a Christian college, that's what they be doing. Like, oh, and I'm like, oh, I'd be hearing little girls like, Daddy, can we sponsor this guy?
Nah, that's crazy.
I'm sorry.
That's wild.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please don't cancel me. I'm African too, African American. But yeah, please sponsor us. I need the money because I'm already paying for a lot. Spotify, Adobe, Crunchyroll, who else? Amazon, Riverside,
Why is
PlayStation.
Adobe so expensive,
bro. I got the student.
I'm looking at Adobe right now.
I'm on the
and
student
it's
discount. It's still $20. I'm like, I saw my account. I'm like, what took $20 from my account? I'm like, Adobe. Dang, I need it. I need it for school. I don't know why the school's not paying for Adobe.
like, why don't OSU give us, as media students, we should have a discount some way through the school. Like, this is.
But the $20 is the discount from Adobe. I'm gonna be saying I'm a student for a long time. That's the reason why I still have Spotify, because Spotify student, you get Hulu, and I think Showtime. But I don't want Showtime.
I'm actually like broke. Like, there's like no money on my card. Like, broke.
Bro, I'm still working on this last Chick-fil-A paycheck. I'm still working on that paycheck, bro. Let's not us go into this. I don't know why the game's on Peacock. Let's go and you did that prediction thing that I sent you. It's okay if you did not, because I did. And you guys know who I had for my predictions, even though it's already wrong week 1, thanks to some certain team not playing as I thought they would. I'm not saying any names, but they rhyme with Baltimore. So my prediction is I had the Ravens and Chiefs both going 14-3, but since the Ravens won week 1 in my prediction, they were the number 1 seed, but that can't happen no more thanks to the Tavens. It rhymes with Tavens, but and then so I had the Chiefs number 2. I had Houston, Texas number 3, 12-5, winning the division with a 9-3 record. I have the Dolphins 4 with a 10-6 record, winning their division with a 7-4. I feel like it's going to be really close with the AFC North. No. Why I say North? AFC East with the Bills and Jets, not the Patriots. And then I have the Bengals going 13-4 with close. But
the Bengals would be the people to knock out the Kansas City Chiefs and out of the AFC, and that's why the Ravens would be going to the Super Bowl. Calling it now.
I have the Bengals going 13-4, and then don't hate on me. Don't even look at this. Don't hate on me. I'm just doing the predictions. I'm like, this team can beat this team. This team can beat this team. Okay, we can lose this team. We can beat this team. We can beat this team, and then we eventually end up with 11-6 record for the Denver Broncos. We're making the playoffs, okay? I'm on the Bo Nix trade now. Choo choo. Man, Bo Nix, man.
This is going to age well.
This is going to age good because we're going to the playoffs. Sean Payton did not come here to lose. He did not come to Denver to lose.
Unfortunately, bro, he came here to lose.
So I had the Broncos going 11-6.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That don't even sound right.
It sounds good off the tongue.
No, it don't.
It sounds great.
That don't sound... Bro, what?
Because I'm looking at our games, we have an easy schedule, too. We really do. We play teams in the NFC South, not AFC South, NFC South, which is the worst division in
If y'all lose to teams in the worst division, that should tell you something.
Well, that's why I had the Raiders going 1-16.
Oh Lord.
I had the Raiders going 1-16, the Patriots going 1-15, the Titans going 4-13, the Colts going 4-12, the Chargers going 5-12. I don't know why people are high about the Chargers. Their team looks bad to me. Quentin Johnson's their wide receiver number 1. Hopefully he proves me wrong because I like him, but like
he can't catch to save his life.
Yep, like the Ravens receivers. Browns going 7-10. Jets are going 9-7, missing the playoffs. Jaguars missing the playoffs with a 10-7 record, and the Bills also missing the playoffs with a 10-7 record. So if you can do the math, critical thinking,
Unfortunately, my brain is not working.
Steelers make the playoffs with a 10-7 record because Justin Fields takes over the team, man.
We'll see.
Okay, what do you got for the AFC? Are you gonna do it?
I didn't do it. But what do you mean? Who I got for the AFC? Winning the AFC?
You got making the playoffs for AFC.
Oh.
Winning division. He's gonna win each division. AFC North.
I can't say that. I can tell you who's gonna make the playoffs out of the AFC.
You can't tell me who's gonna win the division.
The Ravens are winning our division.
Okay. Yeah.
But let me see. Let me see what the teams are looking like in the AFC right now.
AFC South, you got Texans, Titans, Colts, and Jaguars.
Texans will win. Hold on. So AFC East, I got the Dolphins winning that.
Okay.
AFC West, the Chiefs, obviously. AFC North, I got the Ravens, and then AFC South, I got the Texans.
Okay.
And then for NFC, I got Eagles winning the East. And then I got Niners winning the West. Let me go Detroit winning the North. And then for the South, I got why does that even matter? It's the South. No offense.
Honestly.
But I'm going to go with
even have a good chance.
I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Okay. Yeah. Honestly, almost the same thing.
They got Michael Penix. So
I had the Lions and Packers for me. Both had a tie record, and they both tie each other. But for some games, they had the Lions losing. That helped, and the Packers had a better conference record than the Lions, so they won the division. But honestly, you can go either way, Packers or Lions. But I have Eagles winning the whole entire AFC. Not winning the whole entire AFC, but being number 1 seed, winning AFC East, 14-3 record. Packers with a 13-4 record, being the 2nd seed. 49ers 12-4 record, winning the AFC West, and then the Falcons 10-7 record, winning the what's the AFC West? NFC West, and then NFC South. We got the Falcons, Lions 13-4 record, 5th seed, and then Cowboys 12-5 record, 6th seed, and I got the Cardinals with an 11-5 record. That's not right. I missed a game for I forgot to predict one game for the Cardinals. But they should have a 12-5 record, either a 12-5 or 11-6 record. Cardinals for the 7th seed, and then just missing the playoffs. I got the Bears with a 9-8 record, Panthers with a 9-8 record, Seahawks with a 7-10 record, Bucks with a 7-10 record, Rams with a 5-12 record, Saints with a 4-13 record, Commanders with a 3-14 record, the Vikings with a 3-14 records, and the New York Giants with a 2-15 record.
You think the Vikings are going to be that boo-boo?
Yes.
Fair enough.
The only person I can think about that's on that team is literally Justin Jefferson. They lost a lot of players on their team.
Who's their quarterback?
Sam Darnold. You know when the person's named Sam, he's a bum.
They just paid Justin Jefferson all that money to lose. That's crazy.
Hey, you got his money. You don't care no more.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
What's next?
He's a millionaire. He's not going to give me money. But do you think this season for Russell Wilson is his last chance?
Yeah. Actually.
If he does not...
He should retire.
He should. But... I really think... Because they're saying he's not going to play this week. But... I don't know. I feel like last year it was his last. He's still going to get paid. He's still going to be in the league for one more year after this because he's still technically under contract on the Broncos because we're paying him $30 million to not play for us. You know how bad you gotta be to be paid to stay away from this team?
Yeah.
Closest thing to a restraining order. I'm joking. But everybody in the 2021 draft class got paid. Besides one person. So after, the main players, not the star of the class. Zaven Collins, 2 years, $14 million. Christian Darrisaw, 4 years, $104 million. Devontae Smith, 3 years, $75 million. That's a steal for the Eagles right there. Patrick Surtain, the second. We're not trading him after all the trade rumors they keep on saying. 4 years, $96 million. Penei Sewell, 4 years, $112 million. Jalen Waddle, 3 years, $84.75 million. And Trevor Lawrence with a 5-year, $275 million contract. And hopefully next year Justin Fields get that contract if he plays good. No, I'm still a Justin Fields believer. So what's I always say this. My dad always say there's a reason why bad teams, losers always find a way to lose. The owner for the Bengals is so cheap. He still haven't paid T. Higgins. They only give a franchise tag to him. And then now it's time to pay Jamar Chase. There's a reason why he's sitting out. I don't think they're gonna lose one of them. They're gonna have to lose one of them because I think
it'll probably be Jamar, honestly.
And
unfortunately, Joe Burrow won't have any receivers to throw to because if Jamar goes, then T. Higgins is probably gonna want to go. Then they already
lost Joe Mixon.
It just trickles down from there.
Like their last 3 years was their only window to win, especially when Joe Burrow was on that rookie quarterback contract. That's like the only time you should win. Like only team I saw, I lost teams that has a elite quarterback, and when they win the Super Bowl, they always win when they're on their rookie contract. Only person that doesn't count for it is Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. The only quarterbacks I see that actually worked out for elite quarterbacks. Which there's only a select few of quarterbacks that won Super Bowls past couple years that were elite. So, but that was their last chance. Let's talk about me being a believer. A believer. For the first time since 1960, Bo Nix is not Bo Nix. For the first time since 1960s, the Broncos gave a rookie captain.
Yeah.
Captain Bo Nix.
Y'all needed to because who else was y'all captains besides
Surtain,
PS2,
Sutton, Surtain.
Exactly. Nobody. Losers.
Hey, don't talk about the future Super Bowl champions right there.
Losers found a way to. Y'all ain't gonna win another bro. That was y'all last Super Bowl when y'all beat the Panthers in Super Bowl 50.
At least my Super Bowl was sooner than yours.
By a couple years.
Hey, it's still 3 years later.
And y'all wouldn't even have won if Cam Newton just dived on the ball.
Don't disrespect the greatest defense of all time.
All right. Exactly. Y'all have to get the Avengers to win.
What do you call your defense that year in 2012?
Hey, to be fair though, all of our players,
they all retired after that too.
Yeah, we were old.
So were we.
we were locked in and we were old. Our Super Bowl means more because we played the lights out, literally.
Our Super Bowl means more because that year.
How about you just ask them?
Okay, what Super Bowl meant more for the fan base? To that 2015 Denver Broncos Super Bowl champion, or
2011?
The lucky 2011.
Lucky is
yes,
crazy.
Because you guys
How is that lucky?
Because you guys beat us by luck, straight up luck.
It was not luck.
It was. They call it a miracle for a reason.
It was not luck.
Miracle, luck is almost the same thing. Okay. Miracle is just the holy version of luck.
Well, that was 2011.
The Mile High Miracle. And then what happened week 1 of the 2013 season? 6 touchdowns from Peyton Manning. No, 7. Either 6 or 7. I don't know. It's still a lot against, the Ravens defense, but let me
We was on an 11-game win streak. I don't think it was luck.
luck to me.
Y'all shouldn't have went into double overtime, and then y'all put the GOAT on the line. Y'all know what he do? You know what he do?
Who?
Justin Tucker, the GOAT.
I thought you were talking about Peyton Manning.
I'm not talking about Peyton Manning because Peyton Manning ain't the GOAT.
He is the GOAT.
He's not.
He is the GOAT.
No,
5
he ain't.
MVPs.
You know the basketball logic when we talk about GOATs? What's the basketball logic when we talk about GOATs?
Individual success.
No.
Oh, we're really using. So, Bill Russell's the GOAT.
Sure. Sure.
I'm just saying, football is a team sport. Sports. That's how you win Super Bowls. It's
So how's he the GOAT?
Because he did it all by 5 MVPs versus 3 MVPs for Tom Brady. I'll take the 5 MVPs because 5 times people said that Peyton Manning was the best quarterback. And that was during the Tom Brady era. Tom Brady just had a top 5 defense every year, top 5 offensive line, and the greatest coach of all time. While Peyton Manning, he'd go in between coaches and coaches and coaches. When he was on the Colts, his defense wasn't really good. When he first got on the Broncos, the defense was all right. So, yeah.
Oh. Peyton Manning didn't play too well against that defense, though.
Don't talk about that, okay?
Joe Flacco threw for... Nah, we about to talk about this. Joe Flacco threw 18 for 34, 331, and 3 TDs. Peyton Manning, 28 for 43. He had more completions, but he also threw more times. 290 yards, 3 TDs, and 2 INTs. He didn't look too good. To be Peyton Manning, he didn't look too good. Ah, man. Dang, we actually dominated y'all, bro.
Dominate 30. It was 38 to 35.
Look at the stats, though. Man.
They still call it miracles. So I wouldn't say a domination is a miracle.
Peyton Manning fumbled twice and lost one of those.
That was in the first quarter. He struggled in the first quarter. Then when the second half came, that's when he started picking it up.
Ray Lewis had 10 solo tackles.
I feel like when I watch Peyton Manning, over time during the game, he gets better during the game.
Ray Lewis, 10 solos. Terrell Suggs, 10 solos. Ooh, man. It's all right.
Not the palace.
It's okay.
All right. Do the Broncos play the Ravens this year? Because I'm gonna remember this. I'm gonna remember this.
I hope not.
I'm gonna remember this.
That would be a waste of time.
Yeah, for you guys.
Peyton Manning threw
November 3rd, 12 p.m.
Peyton Manning threw 2 interceptions to the same person.
Yeah. But
Wait, you said November what?
November 3rd.
At 12 p.m.?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh. Where at?
Baltimore.
Yeah, okay.
That would make the upset even better,
Unfortunately, but...
Because, apparently Lamar Jackson struggled against AFC West teams now. He's 0-1 versus AFC West teams this season.
Come on, bro. Let's finish this.
All right, let me hurry up with this. Hurry this up. So, how does the New Jersey 76ers sound to you?
Horrible. What is that?
So the Sixers might be moving to New Jersey. Maybe it's just a tactic to scare the city of Philadelphia to.
That's a good thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Move them away from them. They're evil.
Philadelphia don't deserve nothing.
They evil.
They're evil city. If I'm talking about evil cities, there's
That's
Vegas.
like the tri-state area for real.
If I'm talking about evil cities in America, I'll say Vegas.
Jalen Ramsey just got paid.
Well, how much?
3-year extension, worth $24 million a year.
Okay. I need his agent.
Not for real.
I need his agent. But if I'm talking about evil cities in America, Philadelphia, Atlanta, and Las Vegas. Am I not wrong? We can slide in Los Angeles with that too.
Look.
And what? New York?
Yeah.
New York. Those are the big five right there.
Literally, New York.
And then if I want to add one in, which I actually love my time in Chicago, but the pew-pews be going on in
Chicago, I feel like it got a little.
It got.
Well, maybe I don't live in Chicago, so I can't really say that.
Only been in Chicago for like 4 days, so like, it looked good to me, but like I was in the bad part of Chicago.
Yeah.
I was smart. Someone said I was worried for your safety when you was there. I'm like, I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy. I can get my way through the city. I got common sense. Don't go down to 63rd Street. I listen to the rap songs, O Block. I just know where. I just listen to little King Von. I'm like, okay, don't go there. Don't go there. But the Sixers, I feel like the Sixers are trying to use this tactic because they want their own, because they don't own the Wells Fargo Center. That's why they share with Villanova sometimes. They share with the Flyers there. They want their own stadium. And they was trying to get in Chinatown in Philadelphia. Kind of like how Oklahoma City Stadium is in like downtown area. New York's in downtown area. While Philadelphia, their stadium is in like their own separate area. Like South Philadelphia are literally just made for the stadiums. And you have parking lots everywhere. That's why people like the South Philadelphia area for the stadiums, because there's parking. But if they move it to downtown, there's no parking, so you probably have to park somewhere far away, take a train there, do all this. It's gonna be difficult to get there, because there probably be like limited parking, but like you have to probably buy like the VIP pass, $200 for parking like that. So, well, I think they're actually gonna, because there's one thing about Philadelphia, they care about their sport. So if the Sixers do leave Philadelphia for New Jersey, even though it's just over the bridge. It's over the bridge. It's not going to hurt them that much, but they don't want. I feel like the city don't want to lose a team, because imagine the amount of money they make from the Sixers and teams like the Sixers, Eagles, and Flyers.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But speaking about the Sixers, those are the next two teams on my NBA preview before we head off. Okay, so let's go with the Sixers. Sixers, for the past couple years, what's the phrase you've been hearing with the Sixers?
Trust the process.
Trust the process. And how did the process work?
No.
What, 2017? No, 2017 they still was. 2018 when they first made the playoffs, lost in the second round to the Boston Celtics when Ben Simmons scored 1 point in the playoff game. I like reminding my friends that. Second round, next year after that, lost in the second round again, 2019 with the man. 2020, lost in the first round to the Boston Celtics. Second time lost to the Boston Celtics during this era. 2021, lost to the Atlanta Hawks in the second round when Ben Simmons passed an open shot. You see a common trend here. And then 2022, lost in the... Who did they lose in 2022? That's a good question. 2022.
Boston made it to the final.
Lost to the Miami Heat when Tobias Harris said,
Yeah.
Tobias Harris over me?
Yeah.
I was at that game. I was dancing in the crowd. My dad was like, stop it, we're going to get yourself killed. I'm like, oh, sorry. I'm just happy the Sixers lost. And then 2023, lost to the Boston Celtics for a third time in the second round after being up 3-2, going to Game 6 when James Harden scored like less than 12 points in the elimination game when they needed him the most. And then 2024, lost to the New York Knicks in the first round. You see a common trend here. Well, you look at the other side, another team that drafted a big man in the 2014 draft, the Denver Nuggets. Even though, for the past couple years they were losing the first round, after the bubble, they lost in the first round back-to-back years, and they finally, when Jamal Murray was healthy, and they built their pieces, getting Aaron Gordon, bench players like Reggie Jackson and Bruce Brown, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, went on to win the championship in 2023. No, I'm saying these are two different squads, that both started their rebuild process at the same years. And it looks like two different teams. Like, both of them are surrounded by talented big men. I feel like last playoff series for Joel was his best playoff series in his career. It's just him not staying healthy, the team being literally crippled from Tobias Harris' contract. At one point, Tobias Harris was getting paid more than Kevin Durant.
Yes.
I need his agent. I need his agent. I don't know.
Bro is the Kirk Cousins of the NBA.
And he got paid from Detroit too. 2 years, $50 million.
Yeah. Crazy work, bro.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But now the Sixers added Paul George and a former Thunder, and the Nuggets also added a former Thunder, Russell Westbrook, to help both rosters hopefully compete for a championship. What do you think about the Sixers and Nuggets chances this year?
Nuggets have a pretty good chance, especially that they have one of the best big men that we've ever seen on their team. So anytime that he's playing, they have a great chance because he can play the 1 through the 5 because he is the offense. He orchestrates the offense, and the offense doesn't get ran if he doesn't touch the ball. Mm-hmm. So anytime that he's on the floor, and they have a good coach and good pieces, they still have Aaron Gordon, still got, and they have young players too. Christian Brown, Peyton Watson, they still got young players, and then they draft pretty well. So I mean, I don't think the Nuggets are going to be like, we have nothing to worry about with the Nuggets. But the Sixers, on the other hand, I think they're just going to be the Sixers in the East, still trying to make it out of the first round, honestly. But that's just my thoughts. I think the Sixers are just going to be the regular Sixers, still trying to trust the process.
Losing the second round, Because besides Paul George, I didn't feel like they added anybody else. Like, they drafted Jared McCain, but, like, will he make the big difference for the team? I don't know. We don't know. We'll see. But that's pretty much we out for the podcast, I guess. What's out your socials?
Yes, sir. Not J.Jack on Instagram. The real J.Jack _ on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
You just said F threads?
Yeah, I don't even know my threads, bro. Is my threads the same as my Instagram?
I don't even know.
I think so, yeah. It's the same.
I don't know. Whoever uses threads is a sick person. It's a real sick person. But I guess, like I said last week, man, for all the University of Texas people University of Texas women out there, University of Florida women, University of Miami women, the University of Southern California women, University of...
You sound like you're trying to get used and abused. What is going right now? That's crazy.
Like, hey, what I said on that one podcast, I'm up. I was doing the pregame show earlier. By the way, I was driving a golf cart. I need to invest in a golf cart. But I was doing the pregame show earlier with someone from my class, and then we was in the equipment room. They mentioned that episode. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, yes. But don't look for that episode. Don't look for that episode. But oh yeah, my social is primetime.cialpha on Instagram, Immanuel 80 Cialpha on Twitter, and then primetime.cialpha on TikTok, man. If DMs are always open, Texas softball women. But what I was gonna say next?
Make sure to give us some hot takes too.
Oh yeah,
because we definitely gonna need them.
Where can they send us hot takes? Oh yeah, in the comment section of YouTube, because you can watch me personally podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud for the boat people, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. Look at the clips on Instagram. Look at the clips on TikTok. I think we have Twitter, but I don't even post that on Twitter.
Really? Yeah. Just anywhere you can find a podcast.
We're there. And then, always in the bio of each account, we have our little link where you can send us hot takes. I haven't checked it in a while, so they're probably full. Which, next podcast, someone commented in one of our episodes, but I don't have any expertise in that area, so that's all on you. So, that's all for the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think that's it.
All right.
Yes, sir. We out.
I'm leaving that in.